Hello Barefoot Gamers. Quick disclaimer, at the end of the AirPods video that I did, looking at the AirPods Pro clone, I did say I had a cool watch I was trying to source to show you that it was very cool, and it is, and I'm still trying to get hold of it. This is not that video, so if you're tuning in for that video, sorry, this is not it. What this is for is the Hw22 smartwatch. Now this is clearly an attempt to copy the Apple Watch Series 6, but does it pull it off? Well, kinda. So let's start with the basics. I got this one from AliExpress. The price and the seller and etc. should be on screen now, sort of here somewhere-ish, probably. And in the box, if we take out this little insert here, we get a little instruction leaflet, usual stuff in English and Chinese, and that's tiny writing. Look how small that writing is. That's ridiculously small. I struggle to read it, but I didn't end up really using it anyway. So yeah, this is the charging cradle, which I've just knotted. There we go. The watch just clips into that, and it's USB-A, and that's what you use to charge it. And you get the watch itself, and that's pretty much it. I like the little animated watch faces that you can have on this. That's nice. Unfortunately, there only seems to be that one, and I haven't worked out how or even if you can make your own as of yet. So the build quality seems good, and once you've got it paired to the app on your phone, it even has a little marketplace where you can download free watch faces. Touchscreen's pretty good. You can make custom watch faces for this as well, and that's really easy to do. You do that from your own pictures. The crown does work. It'll zoom in and out and stuff, and so the setup's really quite easy, but at first it did confuse me a little. I went ahead and while I was installing the app, I went into the settings on my phone and went to Bluetooth and paired it up as you would normally, and then when I got into the app, it refused to connect. It just said it couldn't see it no matter what I did. After a bit of messing about, it turned out that you don't manually pair it yourself. So I made it forget the device, and then I went back into the app and paired it from within the app, and it went perfectly smoothly, really quick and easy. It did show up then where you would expect it to in the Bluetooth settings afterwards, but unless you pair it straight from the app, it will struggle to pair. So if you should get one of these, I would recommend not manually pairing it and saving yourself that headache. When this came, it had about 10% charge in it. So I put it onto charge, and to get to 100%, that took about an hour and 45 minutes. I have tested the battery life in both raise to wake and always on modes. And in both these tests, I had the watch set at full brightness and full vibration strength. For the raise to wake mode, I set the screen time out for 10 seconds. In raise to wake, after 5 days of use, and this includes me playing with the watch and stuff because, you know, it was new and it was a toy, and testing all the apps and custom wallpapers, etc. So probably fairly medium to maybe borderline heavy use compared to your normal usage of it. 5 days I got, and then it was down to 11%, which that's not bad at all, I don't think. However, in always on mode, which I will put it into now just to show you, you go in there and you stick, I think it's that one, turn on always on, yes, and there we go. You can watch the jellyfish as long as you like now. In always on mode, it did only get, I think it was 11 hours. Let me check my notes. Yeah, 11 hours. So I doubt many of you will be using it in that mode, to be honest, but I think I prefer raise to wake anyway. Otherwise, it tends to catch your eye sometimes because you're used to devices being off these days, like your phone and stuff, until you get an alert or something. So when you see it on, you think, "Oh, have I got an alert?" Oh no, it's just always on, right? So yeah, I'm perfectly happy with it in raise to wake mode. It's fairly responsive. Let me show you that. Let's go back to this, wipe that down, turn off, always on. Okay, we'll just let it time out. I think I've got it set to 10 seconds still, maybe 15, there we go. So yeah, away, I'm back. There you go, it's back on. So it's fairly responsive. I can't complain about that, and I think that was good. 5 days in raise to wake. All my texts and iMessages and phone calls, reminders, etc., they all showed up on the watch just as you would expect, with both vibrating alerts and ringtones for calls. When the phone rings, the ringtone's nice and loud, the voice output's good. The microphone does sound a tiny bit muffled, but it was fine, you know, it could be easily understood. Probably a bit better than the microphone on the AirPod Pros I reviewed the other week. The fitness apps, however, now they're another story. The step counter and stuff seems to work fine as far as I can tell. But the heartbeat monitor, let me show you this. So if we go into the app section and go to the heart rate, and you'll see on the back it does flash and do its thing and it looks like it's working. But I don't think it works at all. I mean, I would bet money that we'll get a reading off this white table here in a second when it does its thing. I take that back, I'm not going to bet money. There you go. Ha! Should have bet money. 54 beats per minute, so that's clearly a fake sensor. And with the heart rate sensor being fake, then I would assume that the blood pressure and oxygenation levels and stuff, they're all probably either fake or not reliable either. When I tested this initially, I didn't test it by measuring the heartbeat of a table, to be honest. I took my baseline heartbeat in resting state, and then I did some exercise, and I took it again. And even though I could feel my heart pounding in my chest, the watch said that my heart rate was now lower than my resting heart rate. So either there's something wrong with me or the watch. The other apps, with the exception of the weather app, which I'll get to in a moment, all work flawlessly. I couldn't complain at all. They're only a basic selection of apps. There's like a reminders to drink water. The sleep app, again, I'm dubious with the. It's probably linked to the similar sensors, so I'm dubious as to whether that's actually real. But yeah, all the other apps seem to work fine. But the weather cannot, no matter what I do, I cannot get this to sync. I've toggled the push weather thing in the app several times, and but every time I turn it on and off, the watch does sort of respond. It changes from the 0 that you've got there when it's supposedly pushed to it to random, almost random temperatures. I don't know where it thinks it is, but it's ranged anywhere over the last week from -6 to 3 degrees. So yeah, I can't get that to work. Maybe if you were trying it on an Android device, I use iOS, then maybe that would work. I don't know. I did set the app's pretty good, and it has a firmware update option. And I did get the latest version of the firmware before I started testing. So I don't know if that's a bug that's been brought in the firmware update or what, and hopefully it's something they can fix in future firmware releases. But as of right now, I can't get that to work no matter what I do. But I say everything else is fine. The voice volume in calls comes through great. You can play back music on it. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to play back music on your watch, but you can. Let me show you real quick. Where is it? There. Oh no, I've got the thing turned off. Let's turn it back on and I'll show you. I've currently turned off the ability for it to play back music and stuff, because when you have that on, all the sounds from your phone come out your watch, and I prefer them coming out the phone because the speaker's better, frankly. So yeah, that's on now, so we should be able to play music back. Okay, so I was just editing the footage and I realised that as soon as I press play on the watch, it stops the camera recording, which is slightly annoying because it means I've got to refilm the end of this thing. Anyway, you have to just take my word for it. It does play back music fine. What I'm going to do now is over there somewhere I will put in a selection of shots from the app that comes with it so you can see that. I will also do how you make a custom watch face, which should be happening around about now probably. So you'll be able to see how that works as well. Whilst that's going on, I will talk over the top and I will tell you my thoughts overall on this watch. Overall, I think it's a cracking little watch for the price. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I mean, granted, there's the weather app problem, which may or may not be fixed in a firmware update, because there was a firmware update when I got this watch and I applied that before doing all my testing. So there may be a new one that'll fix that. And obviously we've got the fake heart monitor and stuff. Even taking that into account, I've really enjoyed the time I've spent with this watch. I enjoy making custom watch faces and the like. So for the price you're paying, for like £17 or whatever it was, I don't think it's a bad watch at all. I think you're getting good value for money. It's way better than paying $300 or whatever it is for an official Apple one. It does all the same things practically. Thumbs up. I would recommend this watch. Until next time, thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful, and be cool to each other. I'll see you soon. Bye.